Welcome to episode 3 of Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancements, 5 minutes of field.
As you can see, we're back here at location number 1. Looking around, it obviously looks quite different. So check out what we've been doing up here to make this food plot a little bit bigger and also make it a little bit more productive from a hunting aspect. So if you guys don't have a tractor that you're working with, we're going to show you how to work up these tops to make them a lot more manageable for you to move them out. So as you saw, we were up in here cutting down a lot of these walnut trees. Like we said, they had 3 foot height or so to allow stump shoots to come out. And a great example of this is right behind me with this ash tree. We cut this off last year, and as you can see, it's providing plenty of nice green fresh browse for the deer to enjoy. And over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be showing you not only the planting, but what else we're doing looking down the road for this food plot in a long-term aspect rather than just short-term being this season only. So with that being said, stay tuned for more from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement. As you can see, we're back up here at the log landing food plot. I brought the tractor with me. We're going to come in here and mow this field down, a small log landing food plot. Come back in a couple days with a glyphosate herbicide, spray it, kill it dead, disc it under with our rototiller, showing you how to make a nice little hidey hole food plot on a log landing similar to this. Welcome back to the dump/log landing food plot. As you saw, we were in here cutting down a lot of the trees that were inhibiting a lot of sunlight from getting into this plot. And one of the major trees was this maple tree. The reason that we cut this maple tree at approximately 3 foot or so was to allow stump shoots to come off and feed the deer for browse. With that being said, we got a lot more work to get done here, cutting up some of this maple for firewood. We're going to come back in here tomorrow with the backhoe. We're going to push this out and get that root ball out of there so we can extend this plot just a little bit more to make a little bit more food per acre here on this plot. As you can see, we're in location number 3 if you remember back to last week. We're knocking down a bunch of this grass with the mower quick, and we're going to come in the rest of this afternoon and disc this all up to get this ready for planting soon. So Dad's out there right now. He's starting to mow. As you can see him going through the back of the frame right now. Knocking it down, but he's also being very vigilant for fawns. If you're coming into these food plots that haven't been mowed or areas that haven't been mowed at all or worked up in the past, make sure that you're checking for fawns and other stuff. In this week's episode, we're going to be talking about our plant of the week and tip of the week. starting off with our tip of the week. With all this focus and dedication we've been putting into our food plots, it's important not to neglect what is breaking up a majority of the deer's diet throughout the year, and that is your natural green browse. Behind me is going to be our plant of the week, and that's the black raspberry. This plant is very beneficial to not only songbirds and deer, but also all forms of wildlife. Its green browse is very beneficial to the deer throughout the spring, summer, fall, and even the winter months for browse and forage. As well as these berries that I have in my hand are very beneficial to the songbirds, as you hear around me, as well as your upland game birds such as your turkey, quail, and pheasant. And also, when you're out here in the woods, you can take a second and enjoy a nice snack. There's your plant of the week and tip of the week from Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement. I'm going to sit here and enjoy a few more of my black raspberries. Stay tuned for more. If you'd like to see yourself right here on an episode of 5 Minutes of Field with Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement, send in your photos to otc.management@yahoo.com. Just a reminder to check us out on Facebook anytime at Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement. Also, feel free to call me anytime at 315-879-7802 to schedule your free initial property assessment for this coming year. Again, I'm Ben Williams, and thank you for stopping by for 5 Minutes of Field with Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration Enhancement. I'll see you next week here in the field.